Let me start this by saying no. No, this is wrong. This is 100% wrong, what I'm about to say, but it might actually be the only way to solve a problem that I'm noticing. And I don't know if the problem I'm noticing is because I am starting to have a problem and that I'm spending too much time in licensed venues that also have gaming machines.
I can't wait to hear this solution.
The problem that I am thinking I do have a way to solve this problem. I just want to say I'm being silly.
Okay.
But I would like to open a dialogue as to how we solve this problem.
I'm being silly. Doesn't mean the conversation in whole is silly.
It's a very real problem.
Sure.
Without a solution as we currently stand.
We got to start somewhere.
Old codgers, and I'm talking gentlemen over the age of 70, know that people in their 20s and 30s are not going to lay them out. And they can say, do, under their breath, front up, pretty much whatever they want, because it's very unlikely that a guy in his early 20s is going to take that monumental life choice of belting somebody who's 77.
There's just no way you come out of that looking like a hero.
No, that doesn't happen.
No, there is next to no example of anything that I could imagine where you punching someone closer to 80 than 70 and everyone's like, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm glad someone did something.
But
here we go.
The guys that I encounter in these environments are starting to get out of hand.
They know that the power they have.
I think they almost are very aware of their almost immunity to any kind of... Because I think at the end of the day, and I'm not saying violence is a solution ever, but if you're a guy, you understand that if you go to the pub and you act like enough of a cockatoo, someone will probably sort you out.
Well, they give people jobs as bouncers for this reason. It literally
keeps people in order.
Yeah.
70-year-olds go, this isn't happening to me.
No.
And I don't like the hat that 20-year-old's wearing.
Yep.
So I'm going to tell him to take it off. Very loudly, very in his face, and very much questioning his, in general, personality while I do it.
And there's really no wiggle room, because even arcing back at someone who's like quite old is also seen as like, just chill out. Yeah. And it is. It's like at the end of the day, I agree, just chill out.
Let the old timer just have his... But also at the same time, I feel
let the young timer...
They're taking the piss.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that we have a squad of people that belt senior citizens.
Go around beating up old people.
I'm not saying that.
Thank God,
but what I am saying...
There's a version of that exists.
If it happened occasionally, maybe the 70-year-olds would just get back into their... So what I'm proposing is well-trained 55-year-olds.
Okay, in the middle.
That are no longer working full-time.
In the interim,
Who could potentially be in the Australian Pensions Insurance Agency.
Yeah, people who are tasting retirement.
Just a quick left, right, good night to the occasional over-the-top 77-year-old. The one whose voice sounds a little bit like this. Bloody take the hand. You know what I'm talking about.
Course.
You hear that noise and you see it directed at another human being, not just in random, I'm yelling at the TV or I'm yelling at the poker machine that just took $50 from me.
Sure.
But that old codger is looking at another person.
Directing
and speaking to another person like that.
Yep.
Maybe a 55-year-old is good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
What are you talking about? So you're talking about Joe Rogan.
I'm not talking about Joe Rogan.
Because he is 50
I think he's younger than that, isn't he?
No way, he's old.
The point I'm trying to make is someone just... And then that story goes around.
In case you didn't say that, that was Josh just doing karate chop at someone when he went... Is that at the back of the neck in your mind? Or like... So what you're insinuating is the worst version of Batman. Where a guy's going up, he's got his... I'd like to think about...
What I am saying, and I'm starting to realise, is there's an annoying prick at the pub I go to.
Yeah.
And I'd like someone to do something
You'd like a bouncer, but just for when your feelings are... I know you're aware of the... I don't even know when it came out. 5 song, My Life Be Like, by the Grits. So you do know it.
I don't know when it came out, but yeah, I do know it.
I would imagine around then. That seemed like the peak time for them.
For life to be like.
For life to be like. Now, in your mind, when you think of your life being like, and that song specifically, is that song positive to you? Is the ooh-ah, 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 ooh-ah...
My life be like ooh-ah,
ooh-ah, ooh-ah, ooh... Is that good to you?
Yes, the song that
is ooh ah ooh ah ooh ah ooh. That's
I was
good.
A child when that song came out.
That's good.
It always struck me without knowing the rest of the lyrics.
Yeah.
As a positive song.
In my mind, that it was also the case because in my mind it was like ooh ah is like ooh ah Glenn McGrath.
But it also just sounded like kind of breezy. Like
but like ooh ah more as like someone else would my life be like ooh ah like wow this is so flashy, this is so cool.
I'm flying private. Ooh,
I listened to this song the other day. I think that would kick you out of first class if you went ooh ah ooh champagne for moi.
Ooh ah.
All right, you're obviously lost, sir. I don't give a what your ticket says. You're obviously lost. Get out.
Don't put up with that shit up here, mate.
That song was in not only Big Mama's House 2, but also Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. That's where I became aware of it.
Actually, that is where I was aware of it too.
Tokyo Drift, I will say.
Fast and Furious, yeah.
Not a great movie. In reflection, I've gone back and rewatched it. It's fine. It's okay.
Best Fast and Furious movie.
Hands down best soundtrack. Every song on there is like I need to listen to this soundtrack.
Can I please get some credit for saying best Fast and Furious movie? Because it is. You're going to agree with me.
I do agree.
Yeah.
The first Fast and Furious movie is good, I think, because it's about street racing. It's about street racing. And honestly, Too Fast, Too Furious.
It's about street racing, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's about street racing. It's about nitrous oxide as well, which... Very easy to get your hands on. Apparently.
So the first Fast and Furious movie...
It's about street racing.
It's about street racing.
The last one is about intergalactic space travel. So I don't know what happened.
Family.
Well, they've all been about family, but the last one, even more so, is about family.
I went to sleep watching the last Fast and Furious at the cinema and woke up to Ludacris in space.
Yep.
And I was like, I've missed some very important joining bits
What
here.
a strange family this is. When I heard this song in Tokyo Drift, I was like, oh, this is a song that's like, oh, this is a fantastic life. I'm reading the lyrics here. I actually, first of all...
I would imagine it's not a happy song.
Grits, a lot like Creed, are like a very secret Christian... They're a Christian rap group.
I don't think Creed's a secret Christian rock band.
I think if you've heard any of their lyrics, they're talking about His grace and a lot about of this place. And
Creed's
lean
pretty much... out there with it.
In the most subtle way we can say. They don't hide it.
They're not trying to hide the information. They're pretty into Jesus.
But honestly, the same way that Grits is as well. Because obviously, my life be like ooh ah, ooh ah, my life be like ooh ah, ooh ah, ooh ah.
Mm-hmm.
And then all I know is the first line of the chorus, which goes, it's times like these that it makes me say. And then I don't know what it is. The line is, it's times like these that it makes me say, Lord, if you see me come, please come my way. Leaving breadcrumbs for when I stray. Rely on sacrifice and the price you, capital Y, because they're talking about Jesus, you paid.
Yeah, right.
It's a very religious song. And not that happy. I feel like I've been led astray.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I feel like my life be like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
No,
because I've been lied to by the Grits.
I have a funny feeling.
Sure.
And I've been thinking this for a little while now.
Yeah.
And this is not to besmirch anyone's life path that they're on.
Of course.
I have a feeling music is going to get you into spirituality. Yeah. And it's going to happen by accident.
Wait, me?
Yes, you, Ned. I think you're at that age.
I'm going to be whistling my life, be like, past a church, and I'm like, come on in. We play that all the time.
I have a very funny feeling that your journey over the next couple of years is going to involve you getting right into God, and it's going to be accidentally through music.
With arms wide open.
Exactly. There's just been too much.
What do you mean Creed's religious?
There's been a lot of Creed for you over the last couple of years.
When I find a church that explicitly just sings Creed, every hymn is, take me there with arms wide open. Then I'll start going to church every Sunday. I'll be there at 7 a.m. on the dot.
I hope the sign on the church door says their opening hours, but spells it all plan.
With doors wide open from 6 a.m. That's when we're open.
Spelled with a W.
I almost guarantee you won't have the answer to this.
Well,
but with our consciousnesses or consci.
Conchai.
It can't be conchai. It can't be. It's something, though.
It certainly shouldn't be.
Yeah, conchai is bad. I feel like if we combine our conchai, maybe...
Conchi?
Conchi.
Give me Conchi.
Yeah, it's like a shell, isn't it? Anyway.
Yeah.
So if we combine our Conchis,
let's Conchi. Let's be Conchi sisters.
If we make the Ultron of Conchis, maybe we can get an answer for this. This is not the vibe I wanted to go into this question.
I'm so sorry.
But I just saw something over the weekend that I'm like, all I get told my entire life is be so careful with this.
Yeah.
But then I see people being very lackadaisical and I'm like, where's the line? / what is the line?
Okay. Well, I need to know what you're talking about because there could be so many different reasons why other people get away with it.
Well, it's not even people getting away with it. It's obviously maybe you're just around babies so much that you are aware.
Yeah, okay. This is getting... Yeah.
How sensitive is actually the back of a baby's head?
Oh, like the fontanelle or whatever it's
like
called?
the soft spot.
Little...
Yeah. Well, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Whatever you think that sound effect was, don't do that. Don't do that to any baby's head.
No. But no.
So I, over the weekend, saw someone with a baby just like patting the back of her head. And the baby loved it. It was doing one of those things, where a baby is like eyes roll in the back of its head. It's like... Yeah. It's loving it.
Pushing too hard.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the problem. But I've also seen videos online as well of people like scrubbing the back of babies' heads.
Yeah.
And they're like in a bath and they're doing the face again, just like, oh, God.
Has to be a certain level of safe, though, doesn't it? Because
I don't know. I have no idea. I've not been around that new of a baby.
Obviously, it's the skull still forming.
Yeah.
So the skull gets more formed.
They're like, they're welding the parts of the skull shut.
But at the end of the day, we've been around for years and years. We would have evolved out of this if it was ultra dangerous, I reckon. If this was an ultra vulnerable thing, like giraffes get dropped in their heads straight away.
They're just ready to go.
But they've evolved to do that.
Yeah.
If you couldn't even on top of the baby's head, we would have evolved past that so far.
Yeah. Is this a good analogy? Giraffes are like ready-to-go meals you put in the microwave for 2 minutes, whereas like a human baby's like a lasagna you've put in the oven.
You can get ready-to-go lasagna, so...
Yeah, but that is a giraffe because you're just throwing it in and then in 2 minutes it's ready and then it falls out.
Are we talking a human being in this analogy being a lasagna that you would put the layers of pasta in yourself?
You're making it. So and then it's very delicate. It's very delicate. You've got to like be very careful with it. I don't want to use the word cut. You got to cut through it very delicately because we're talking about babies. But I'm saying it's like a lot more involved and a lot more careful. I just don't know where the line is. Again, I'm not around any babies, so I think this is fine. But also, when do you have like a fully fine head? And by fine, I mean developed.
So I got a 9-year-old stepson, and I was like,
he's good?
No. I felt the back of his head the other day because I was just like rubbing his head, and I was like, that feels soft, but surely not.
Is it
and then
soft?
I went about my day.
Like, that needs no further investigation.
I probably won't even Google that.
See, mine feels hard.
Yeah, and mine's definitely hard. Yeah. Yeah, he's knocking.
I don't know if you can. I heard that. Yeah, okay, good. That's my head. But maybe when you are 9, it's like halfway. It's like Play-Doh a little bit. It's like a pin cushion. Like if you really wanted to put something into it, you could.
I'll go home after this and push his head.
Yeah. Just go. Tucks through like a watermelon. Just thumbs in the back of his head.
Tell me when you can't remember stuff anymore.
Tell me when you start seeing grey.
You familiar with the term stock photography? Like, do you know what that is?
Yeah, where it's like, I feel like the most you see it is like in a boardroom and there's a bunch of people standing around looking at a computer like either very happy or very sad, so you can use it for whatever you need.
It's exactly what that is. Yeah. But that's a very specific example of like corporate stock photography.
I feel like you just see a lot more corporate than you do.
You do. You can see nature ones though. People take shots of birds and you can it's photos that you can go in, search, pay a small fee and use without taking the photo yourself.
If you've ever seen anyone in like a big field and the sun's in front of them and the camera's behind them and it's sort of just their silhouette and they're jumping like the Toyota sign, probably a stock photo.
Stock photography. I also think that we've explained this to a point where most people aren't stupid.
I think most people...
I went, do you know what stock photography is? And then had to explain it to you. But people listening
I also
have gone,
knew.
Yes, straight away.
I knew, and I'm assuming most people also knew.
Do you think models for stock photography get to veto certain things?
No, that's the scariest part.
And that's why I would never do it, because I was traveling from Sydney to Canberra and stopped at a restroom and went into a stall and there was a poster in there for bit of premature ejaculation. PJ. And, PE. Yeah, it's PE.
Yeah, sure. Not the PE I did, but sure, okay.
There was no PE teacher. Anyway,
if only there were. This would be a problem.
Hey now.
Yeah,
Not the first show, mate. Not the first show.
Yeah, lock it in.
Okay, so saw the guy, and it's a guy, stock photography, head in hands.
The shame.
And it was like, stop letting her down, is what it said.
Well, letting yourselves down. Like letting everyone down.
Yeah, but also like...
It's not a great feeling for you.
Letting him down. It's a very narrow poster.
Exactly.
I'm not happy with it. But at the end of the day, too, I thought... I'm not happy with how narrow this poster is and how exclusionary it is by saying don't let her down.
You could be letting your parents down in a way.
I tell you who would be more upset. The guy who took the f***ing photo.
Who was like, yeah.
He's going, hang on, what?
The photographer was like, act like you've lost a balloon.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, no. And they're like, this is going to be great for the pre-chat.
You're shitty in bed.
This guy sucks.
I feel like maybe you shouldn't be able to veto. Okay, you shouldn't be able to veto, but there should be a drop-down menu on the stock photography thing where it's like, you can use it for the following things.
Sure.
And you should be, as the model, able to say, please don't.
Compensated apropos.
Yes, maybe you get more money.
I think they're like drop-down things where you're like, this will be used for family things. You're like, great, I'll take
corporate
$10.
things, that's fine.
And then you get to the end and it's like, this will be used for erectile dysfunction.
And
like,
STD and domestic violence. Like, you should be able to pick things and go, I don't want to be the stock model photo for these things.
If I get $50 every time it's used, sure.
Yes.
Make me the chlamydia guy.
Yeah.
But if I'm not getting this and I also don't get to like give it a sign off, I don't need to be doing this.
You all heard that, didn't you?
No.
For $50.
And I saw you, bro.
For $50, Ned is happy to be the chlamydia guy.
No. By the way, $50 every time.
Every time they print a poster?
No, every time they use me for a different chlamydia thing.
So that's pretty... I mean, you would only...
At most, I'm making $150.
$150, and you would be the face of a billboard campaign for chlamydia across Australia.
At most, I make $200 because I can't imagine there's more than 4 chlamydia
We got
clinics.
good news and we got bad news. Ned, they loved the copy. They loved the photos. You're going to be the chlamydia guy in Times Square. The bad news is we only have to pay you $50.
I would rather not. I'm going to have to take out my own $5,000 ad saying, hey, it's Ned, the guy from the model down there. I don't actually have that. I'm so sorry.
I have had a very unfortunate brain snap moment with Ray's, where is my husband, that has led me down a path essentially of, this is the kind of thought you'd have stoned, but I have it every single time I hear this song now.
You're having it sober.
It's seriously upsetting me, and I'm glad I can finally bring it into the open. That song is about where is her husband.
Yep.
Right? That's the name of it. That's what it's about.
I believe he doesn't exist per se.
She's not married.
Yeah. So she's not like, hey, I lost my... like, I went to a music festival, I don't know where my husband is. It's more like, where is the man I'm going to marry?
She will one day,
have this
if
husband.
she wants to, get married and have this husband.
Sure.
And unless she's like 85 and doing a bit of a Madonna and dating someone who's like 25...
Yeah.
That guy's out there.
Yeah, that guy's heard this song.
So that guy exists.
Yeah.
He's there. He's roaming around the earth. And the guy that song is actually about, even though it's hypothetically written, he exists.
Yes.
And every time I hear the song now, it blows my mind. I'm like, he's out there somewhere.
I have
He actually does really exist on this earth right now.
It's not my Roman Empire. Like, I'm not thinking about it weekly, but like at least once a month, I do think I'm like, the person I will end up with is out there just doing something.
Yeah. That's what this whole song is about.
But like, I've never put it out. Like, I've never screamed from the rooftops like, where are you?
But the difference is when Ray finally does get married, the guy's going to be like, that was him. That was the guy.
Yeah, what a good... Will it be full circle? Like, you almost have to complete the bit at the wedding. He has to be like, here I
is my husband.
Here the hell I am. I get to see, is there a chorus? Do they do a duet
Let me give you some of the lyrics, though.
Sure, because I don't know it well enough.
I actually think like this guy would be getting scared off potentially at the moment because...
Well, she's very insistent, and I'm sure maybe he's a bit more chill of like, I'll find my wife.
Here's verse
my
1.
Wife.
Here's
sorry. In the big the 2-6 as
level.
well.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
That movie came out 20 years ago.
Don't say that. Yeah. Why is this beautiful man waiting for me to get old? Why is he already testing my patience?
It's good.
So she's already mad at him.
Yeah, exactly. If you're this guy, you're like, God damn it, this card's already stacked against me.
I love this song so much.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day...
I thought you were still reading lyrics.
No.
Like,
I love this song so much.
Her being like, this is the best song I've ever made.
In her song.
I love this song in the song.
I now, unfortunately, have wrecked it for myself. And I don't think I've wrecked it for anyone else because I don't think anybody else is going to get this caught. I think this is a very me ridiculous thing for me.
You've signed up now to like eagle eye raise romantic situation.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit, is this the man? Is this the husband she's been searching for? Whereas everyone else is sort of like,
I've read the lyrics.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a good guy at the end of the day.
Well, he has to be.
He has to be.
He's also got to have the patience of a god.
Oh, God.
to get into the thing. And he's like, where the hell have you been?
Where the hell have you been?
I was doing my own thing.
And he better be able to buy a diamond ring.
Not often do you get like a checklist before you even start dating someone of like how you need to marry them as well.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. I didn't think I had to be this prepared.
Date number 1. There's a lot of pressure.
Just so you know, I don't know if I'm going to be the guy, but if I am, oh my God, chill out. A big part of, I think, any sort of Olympic event is figuring out the line between cheating and having a tactical advantage. You know, like there's a lot of things that they haven't outlawed yet because they didn't know, and that's your sweet spot where you're like, I'm taking rabbit hormones.
The more I watch documentaries, the more I think that every sports team has a slime bag.
Yeah, of course.
Like there's a coach that is just in charge of knowing where the line is and getting as close to it as you can.
Look, they're like, they don't know about these cane toads yet, but if you lick some of them, we might do really well in the biathlon, I guess. The cross-country shooting is going to be great. If you just eat this weird little ant, we're going to be great. I don't know if you have seen the huge scandal that's happened with Olympic ski jumpers, which to me is hands down the most terrifying sport in the Olympic roster, winter or otherwise. Nothing else are you just in the air for like a good 40 seconds.
Spent a bit of January skiing, and I will say anytime my skis left the snow, terror through my whole body.
And I've seen one of those like POV videos where you are like looking down the slope. It's like essentially you're just going off at the edge.
It's a very specific reference, but if you've ever seen Molly's Game, that is enough to put you off the idea of ski jumping forever.
And I think she just does the one where you go down the hill and you can't hit the stuff. Whereas the ski jump is she the one where you fully go off and you have to do?
Oh, yeah, she does do the side to side thing.
But it's the same stuff. Like both of those sports, it's like you either go. Would you like as a human being without any kind of protection other than a helmet, I guess? Would you like to go 250 kilometers an hour, or would you like to be 250 meters off the ground? What do you want? Either way, it's really scary. So I understand
wanting an advantage,
getting sort of any kind of an edge on it. Until I read this, because there is quite a big scandal going on with these Olympic jumpers. Apparently, they're injecting, and I want to get this right because I know there's a lot of people, I guess, in the drug scene, but there's a lot of they're injecting some sort of acid into their penises.
Yeah.
To inflate them. The way I understand it, here you go. So they're injecting acid in, all right?
To their penises.
To your. So I guess this is just for dudes. This really is like, this is not going to get you a lot. And it would honestly probably would help women, but this is just for guys. You inject it into your penis, so it's bigger. So it's inflated. Then they fit you for a suit. All right?
Yeah.
They take your measurements, your crotch, and what a crotch after you've injected acid into your dick, I guess.
Yes.
Then all of the acid is flushed out and you have a loose crotch on your ski fit, and it almost acts as a bit of a sail to like carry you a bit further. They're saying it can give you an up to extra 5 meters.
That is incredible, and it's also
that's not nothing.
It's very similar to when the Australian swimming team had the bodysuits that they then outlawed. This is a scumbag that's worked out. Oh, there's a limitation here,
and a lot of people.
No one's made a rule about this yet.
A lot of people are saying this is a bit like Thorpe throwing on the full body condom and then gliding. It's like of course.
Dolphin.
Of course he's gliding. He's built like a sea lion. Of course he's a sea leopard now. What are you talking about?
Nah. I mean, this
I don't know if
different.
I'd do this. I don't know if I care that much about winning gold to inject some sort of acid into my genitalia.
Well, obviously it's going to be okay.
Well, you'd hope.
Well, They've obviously
long-term effects.
People have been doing this for a while, you'd have to think.
Well, apparently it's only something that they've only started realizing.
Yeah, I don't
like,
be the first person to put acid into my dick.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I guess how many people show up to the thing and they're like, "Oh, you have a loose crotch."
Yeah.
Like, oh, I wouldn't know anything about that.
I think the other side of the coin too, though, is the people fitting the outfits. I mean, I've got to imagine that the ski jumping community is a fairly tight-knit group.
Yeah, sure.
I don't imagine...
It's not a huge market.
It's not a massive group of people around the world, especially doing it at an elite level.
Of course.
And they'd probably chat. And they'd be like, Jesus, have you seen Jack?
Yeah.
He is absolutely hanging trout.
He's had a summer.
And then maybe somebody ends up with Jack. It's like, well, this wasn't what I had advertised to me. What are we talking about? This is very disappointing.
It's what they say about the Olympic Village. Apparently it's just an absolute...
hookup festival.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's the most polite way I can think about saying it as well. Everyone's hooking up. So if you're hearing from the measurements, the tailors of these ski suits, it's like you want to go check
ski
Liam
jumpers.
out. Yeah.
Jesus,
Liam is packing. Quite frankly, an intimidating hog. And then you go and see him and you're like, God, you look like you've injected acid into this thing.
Third ski pole's there.
Why does your penis look like SpongeBob SquarePants? Why is it decaying from the inside out? Then you would be like, something is afoot here. These ski jumpers are not being honest.
You're winning gold, but at what cost?
And that's at the end of the day, that is what I'm saying. Where's the line? Because the line for me is any sort of injection into my genitals.
Turning your crotch into a flying fox. That's where I draw the line. Haven't been able to peel one of these out for a while.
Okay.
Was in the shops the other day.
Oh, good.
Yay!
It has been a while.
No, I was in the shops the other day, and I overheard the person who stands at the front of the store, just sort of greeting people as they walk in, talking to one of her co-workers. And they were having quite a lovely conversation because it was the person who stands at the front of the door. It's her birthday.
Gosh. That is being an adult, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Being at work on your birthday.
And
no one cares.
She was 60.
Oh, lovely.
And was telling her co-worker about that.
About being 60?
About being 60. Okay. She was like, it's my 60th, blah, 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 blah.
God, your 60th is a big one
And they were ending the conversation as I walked past. And I heard what I can only say was something that should have not triggered this reaction in my brain, but did.
Sure.
She went, oh, well, here's to another 60, doll.
No.
And my brain immediately went, that's not happening.
I don't think so.
You're absolutely not making it
not in today's day and age.
120. Are you kidding?
Also, ask her, does she even want that?
I nearly turned around and went, that's not going to happen.
Hey, don't say that.
Don't get her hopes up for the fact she's going to make it to 120. It's not happening. But then I felt like the Grim Reaper. I didn't want to be like, look, you're on the back nine. Yeah. This is not, we're not talking about halfway through here. We're talking about maybe 3/4 of the way through.
It's like when you see people with, like, I have friends who have kids who are like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or whatever. So they're asking them what
6, 7, perhaps?
No, I chose my numbers very carefully.
Okay, very good. Let's leave it in 2025.
It's done. That one is done. No. And they're asking what they want for their birthday. And they're like adding fuel to the fire for the most insane things that you could say. Like you have children who be like, I want a monster truck.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if you're good, it's like, why are you doing this?
You're not if
why are you building this person up?
Getting you a monster truck.
No one's getting you a monster truck ever.
And you are not making it to 120 years of age.
It's exactly right. It's boosting people up on their birthdays when they don't need it. They honestly need a bit of reality of just like, hey,
make some good
choices.
Here's
to another at least 20. You'd be stoked with 80.
Did you enjoy Christmas? Or maybe getting another 19, maybe another 21.
I don't want to say
so. What I think you do is probably just start planning.
You don't smoke, do you? Because no way is it another 60.
I don't like how my brain handled this immediate intake of information, but I also think I'm more normal than the lady that said here's to another 60.
You are, at the end of the day, the ultimate realist, where you won't let things slide if it's like, like at the end of the day, this person's saying this because it's a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
It's like, here's to another 60 more. But like that is you to a T. You have the personality of someone. It's like, don't give them false hope in case she desperately clings to it.
She goes, I'm going to make it to 100.
I guess I'm making it to 120 now. Great. I'll be the oldest woman in Australia.
Janice at work obviously thinks I'm in great shape. Yeah. I don't need to make any life changes because she thinks I'm living for another 60 years.
And honestly, at this point, it's like the only people that want to live for another 60 years after being 60 are like the people who became famous when they were like 12.
Yeah.
It's like you lived a nuts life. This lady, by the sounds of it, has just worked at a shop.
Yeah,
like she's like,
ready. At this
point, they're not going to let me retire till 90.
Ready to die. I don't know this person. I don't think she is.
You turn around and go,
that was an absurd statement that I was
how about
about
another
to make.
60 seconds?